Good morning and welcome back to Cold Waters. I'm Captain Numpty and here's me boat, USS Barb, SSN-596. She is a permit class vessel and we are tasked today with intercepting and destroying some on-the-way replenishment ships, some resupply ships. And I think we just finally found our target. Although that tells me there's an air asset in the way, and I don't like that. Alright, let's get back to the map. Oh, we don't have much depth to play with either. Okay. So I would love to be able to get down to 700-800 feet. Unfortunately, that's not an option for me. So we've identified a Dawn class, a Poti and a Krivac. A Krivac 1 and a Poti, fairly standard pairing that we see with
passing 100 feet.
Russian escort vessels, at least in the 1984 campaign. Now, I don't know exactly how far away these guys are from me, and that would be nice to know, but not essential, I don't think. Not right now, anyway. Let's get down to 200 feet. Give or take. 200 feet, when you reach 200 feet, you don't keep going. Okay, there we go. Good enough for me. Alright, let's see. So, Krivac 1 has no idea where I am. Poti has even less of an idea. If I could fire off a torpedo, attempt to fire off a torpedo. And I think the Krivac 1 would detect it with a towed array. But I don't know much about this right now. Looks like they're heading north. Just for the sake of it, let's go ahead and head east.
Come left to 090, helm
I'm going to accelerate time. Yeah, it looks like they are heading more northerly than not.
Helm, steady course.
So, plan of attack. I have some harpoons on board. I think I've got 4, and I've got some Mark 48s. I am down to my last 10. I've got plenty, I think. Plenty for this engagement.
Passing 100 feet.
Whoa, why are we... Well, that's why. Yeah, Numpty. Okay, I forgot that I'd left myself coming up to the surface.
Make depth 200 feet. Dive by.
Poti is not that big a threat, I don't think. Well, and it's a threat, but it's not a massive threat. Set 40 torpedoes. I don't know that much about these. What are they? Okay. I can almost outrun them. 890, well, not 900 yards sensor range. Okay, that's not a massive threat. It's quite a small warship. Krivac, however, yeah, that's something else, and it does have point defense, although the AK-726 had a point defense weapon. I think I should know the answer to that. Well, let's do it. Yeah, obviously we wouldn't have access to this on the boat because we just wouldn't. But let's go online and just take a look whilst we play through this. So, what's we got here? That's an AK-725. It sounds like a lesser weapon. Well, the 726 is a naval gun. Let's look at that one first. What does it say?
Dive at 200 feet. Dive by.
3-inch. That's the 726. Okay. So that's not really, yeah, it's not really a point defense. Okay. Well, that means that they are vulnerable to me, which we like. Now, what's their range? 8,000 yards. Okay. 8,000 yards is close enough that I don't have to stress too much about the minimum range. Oh, wait a second. Is the minimum range 8,000 yards? I should know. Why do I not know? Doesn't say. Got a bad feeling that we're a little bit too close. I'm going to go ahead and turn around.
Come left to 284, helm aye.
At least if I turn around, I can still fire. I don't have to be facing the target when I launch. I can still fire when faced the other way. Now, as soon as I launch, I'm going to get the attention of the air asset, which is a fixed wing, it sounds like. Let's go ahead and put my depth down a little bit. We'll have to come back up towards the surface to launch. But a little bit more depth here could be useful. This Krivak is going really slow. I think they've got wind of me.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
It's a bit of an uncomfortable feeling when you think that they know. Oh, maybe they're resupplying. Don's still doing
Passing 300
Don
feet.
is doing 14 knots, so what's its rated speed? 17. So it's not booking it out of there. 6 knots of the Krivak, though. That's slow. The Pote's turning away. Okay, he can't detect me right now. That's good. Might have gotten away with it. Alright. Guess we'll go to 150 feet.
Make depth 150 feet. Dive high.
So I think my plan here is to fire maybe 2 harpoons. One we'll target the warships with, and one will target the Don. And I ideally like to get the Krivak rather than the Pote because it's a more capable weapon platform. But I may not have that luxury. Oh, you know what? I can fire a torpedo at the Don.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
It's fine. Heading straighten up here. I think we'll run in this direction. I'm going to accelerate time for just a jiffy. That will do me. Right. Let's go ahead and launch. We're going to try something. We're going to try targeting Don with one.
Shoot tube 3.
And
Aye, sir.
the Krivak with the other one.
Shoot tube 4. Aye,
Let's see
sir.
if that works. And now, I'm out
Come
like a
left
tree.
2, 1. Make turns for 2. Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Getting down
Con
to
sonar,
400
lost
feet.
contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 1, 2, 4. Contact is in the baffles.
Just for the sake of it, let's see what
Con
the air assets
sonar,
are.
lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 1, 1, 6. Contact is in the baffles. Con maneuvering, making turns for.
I didn't really want to see that,
0, none.
but there we go.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Okay, that is probably their fire. So
Con sonar regained contact.
He is
on
coming my
Sierra
way.
3, bearing 1, 2, 2. Con helm, steady course.
okay, it's a little confusing. All right, we took care of the Don, so we took care of our primary target. That works for me.
Con sonar
And the
lost
Krivak.
contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 1, 1, 5. Contact breaking up.
Okay, so all we have to worry about now is the Pote, unless there's
Con,
another
torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
submarine out there, and this Pote's probably going to make like a tree and get out of here. He is capable of doing 38 knots, so I'm going to let him go pick up survivors. He has that luxury to be able to do that, and I am going to start defending against this guy. That's a sonar boy. It's hard to see where he is, but I don't... Oh, I see. Well, he's going to know where I am now. Let's turn away.
Come left 2, 1, 8, 8. Helm
Of course,
aye.
he's going to radio that to the Pote. Now, I might just take out the Pote, to be fair. There's one less thing to worry about. Rocket launch depth charges are kind of nasty, but he is too far away to worry about that right now. He can catch me if he so needs to.
Con helm, steady course.
I don't think he will. I think he's busy picking up survivors, and I don't particularly want to do.
Con, torpedo room, tube.
Make turns
There we go.
for. Con
Okay.
sonar, we are
I'm
cavitating.
turning away from him. I've run up to flank speed. It's very possible that this torpedo is gonna detect me. I think it will. It's about 1,000 yards away, and I'm making a ton of noise now. Let's
Con
see.
sonar,
Yeah, there
torpedo
we
in
go.
the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 3,
Okay.
5, 0.
As expected. It's a light torpedo, so it's airdropped. It doesn't have a massive range. It will not have an enormous warhead, but it doesn't matter. It could still proper mess me up if we let it hit me. And let's also not forget
Con, knuckle formed.
that the air asset will also be targeting me with, well, more torpedoes for one. And, just for the fun of it, depth charges. And they're never fun to deal with. Okay, and I want to turn away. I really want to run
Con,
west.
knuckle formed.
I don't want to get forced east, disengage, trying to disengage with this torpedo to get in range of the Poti, his rocket-powered depth charges, because that would be very uncomfortable for everyone concerned, mostly me. Okay, let's switch back to this view. I don't know where the air asset is, which is fine.
Con, knuckle formed.
Which is okay, right? Good.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 29 knots.
Torpedo's heading more east, so I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of this and head...
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra, 1. Last bearing, 1, 0, 1. Contact is in the baffles.
point that a little bit more west, a lot more west.
Knuckle formed.
Yeah, good. I want to get this torpedo behind me and to stay behind me. I don't think that Poti is going to try and pursue me. I might be wrong, but I don't think he will.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, it's keeping that thing at bay. A knuckle a day keeps a torpedo away. Now, all this noise I'm making means I'm kind of obvious to the sonar boy where I am,
Knuckle formed.
which means the bear, look at that, has no idea where I am. I said, maybe he does. Or maybe he doesn't.
Con, knuckle formed.
I don't think that he really knows where I am, which is great news. He dropped another one way to the north of my location. And yes, this one is following me, but it's got no means of getting information back to the bear. So
Con, knuckle formed.
this tells me once this thing has run out of fuel and gotten bored of following me, it'll be fairly plain sailing, and I definitely could harpoon the Poti at range.
Con, knuckle formed.
It is kind of tempting in a way. Oh, by the way, chaps, I got one of these for you. I mean, it's not really what I say. It's not what you might want to do, but your word is a warship.
Con, knuckle formed. Con, knuckle formed.
Trying to time these knuckles just right. See if he overflies me. If he does, I'm going to have to get out of dodge. Cat, yep, he did. He dropped a torpedo on me. Okay, that's okay.
Con, knuckle formed.
Is better than depth charges, but it's at the same time it's not great news. This thing's going to circle around. That's going to drop on me. Right. Any second now. There we go.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Now they're both on me, maybe.
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing, 1, 2, 2.
It's another knuckle. So as it drops down to depth, it becomes a lot more dangerous. But yeah, it's equally just confused as you'll get out with a knuckle. So
Con, knuckle formed.
it's a little more complicated because I'm having to evade too, but at least it's not cheating. What's more concerning, the depth charges that this
Con,
thing will
knuckle formed.
start to drop on me. They are very, very dangerous in this game. Okay, turn away. Torpedo not wanting to deviate from its course. Another knuckle.
Con, knuckle formed.
Go. Well, so far so good. I don't feel like I'm
Con,
in any
torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
particular danger right now. That might be about to change. Oh yeah.
Con, knuckle formed.
Don't know that he dropped anything on me, but he knows where I am.
Con, knuckle formed.
I was wrong. He anticipated where I was moving to and dropped some torpedoes on me. Great. Dropped some depth charges even, not torpedoes. Okay. Get ready to do another knuckle. Still heading west.
Con, knuckle formed.
There we go. I'm going to load a harpoon. We may get up to 200 feet and just send one towards this potty. He should have gone home by now with his survivors. Or maybe he wasn't collecting survivors. We don't really know. The game doesn't model that.
Con, knuckle formed.
But I will say this. I don't expect to get any quarter from the Russians, from the Soviets in
Con, knuckle
1984.
formed.
Okay, well, it's steady as she goes right now, just evading this torpedo. It's got a worrying habit of continuing straight ahead when it gets knuckled. So that's a little disconcerting, especially as it gets closer. See if I can time this a little better.
Con, knuckle formed.
Ooh, that's bad. He was anticipating my course, and he's probably dropped something on me. Yeah, he did. He dropped a torpedo on me. Genius.
Con, knuckle formed.
I don't know how many,
Torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
I don't know how many torpedoes these guys carry, but I guess it's at least 3.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con, sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 080.
Okay. North. I know that there's a sonar buoy up there to the north. You'll eventually run out of those too. Eventually.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, stand by now. Oh.
Con, knuckle formed.
And the base of action. Oh, we're only got the other way.
Con, knuckle formed.
It looks like a distant torpedo ended up blowing up to run out of fuel. And I feel a bit exposed right now if he did drop depth charges. But we got away with it. Okay.
Con, knuckle formed.
Now, these torpedoes are a little too close for comfort, let's just say. Go ahead and turn back.
Con, knuckle formed.
I'm going to turn back to port. I'm going to head a bit more south. Like so. And... okay, thank goodness. Well, not that thank goodness, to be fair. So I need to get my tail to either... ideally both of these torpedoes, and they're both turning around to face me again. So, hard to starboard. And then crack on hard to port. Give it a knuckle.
Con, knuckle formed.
We may need... oh, we've done okay this time, but we may need to drop a noisemaker. Try and circle back on myself, but it's getting very close. Okay, he's turning away. I'm comfortable with this.
Con, knuckle formed.
I'm dropping a noisemaker. I'm going to go hard to starboard. I'm going to reduce my depth a little bit. So he just flew right over me again. This is how you can get
Passing
trapped.
400 feet.
That's bad. Oh, thank goodness for that.
Con,
Wow.
knuckle formed.
That was very fortunate. You don't like the look of this.
Passing 300 feet.
Okay, I'm actually over it now. Not over the thing being fired at me, but I'm over the torpedo.
Passing 200 feet.
Well, at least I'm in the harpoon depth now, at least. There is that. But I go down to 10 knots to fire, or possibly 20. But I don't really feel like firing.
Con, knuckle formed.
It's going to slow me down sufficient that I really want to keep my speed up at this point. Come on, just give me a chance, and I'll give you a big surprise. Okay, here it comes.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay. Pretty certain that the bear knows where I am too.
Con, knuckle formed.
Here he comes again for another pass. We have to drop our depth. Oh, we're right underneath him. Let's go ahead and increase depth just in case.
Passing 200 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
Wait. Come on, give me a knuckle.
Con, knuckle formed.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to head back up to 200 feet. It's not quite a game of cat and mouse because you've. I mean, it is maybe for the enemy who couldn't detect me, but I'm making a lot of noise, and the assistants are finally accustomed to, or more accustomed, I
Passing
should say,
200 feet.
to not making much
Con,
noise.
knuckle formed.
Right, turn back. Oh, let's take evasive action to avoid the bear. He's over me. He dropped something. That's bad. I think he dropped something. I don't see anything.
Con, knuckle formed.
Oh, that was weird. Why did he drop a torpedo over there? Well, I guess he had his reasons. Weird. Very weird. I'm not that fast, Gov.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay. Right. That works for me. Let's get my speed back to under 20 knots.
0 knots. Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fire.
Make turns for 10 knots.
And then I really need to get
Make turns
away
for
from here.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
I think he just dropped something on me. Yes, he did. Oh boy, this isn't
Passing
good.
200. Flooding in the torpedo room.
Ah, that's terrible news. In fairness, that's really terrible
Passing
news.
300 feet.
And that's what you get, David, when you try and be too clever and cause havoc. So, way to go. Let's at least watch this harpoon as it skims the sea, looking for a target. Dang it. I should really have known
Con,
better.
knuckle formed.
I'm going to keep turning away. Just keep maneuvering, I think. That's it. It's annoying. I should know better than that, really. Should not have lost so much speed, maybe. I don't see that I've sprung a leak yet. I'm merely a bit banged up. Merely a bit banged up.
Make depth 450 feet. Dive by.
Oh, looks like it's detected something. I think it has. We don't see anything yet. Change course on me.
Con sonar,
Hey!
lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 105. Contact breaking up.
I kind of feel vindicated for
Maneuvering, making turns for 29 knots.
taking that knock, and then I think we took care of the Poti. I don't think the Poti was necessarily a big issue for me,
450 feet. Dive by.
but still an issue. Right, I'm gonna get my speed down to 20 knots. I'll stop
Make turns
cavitating.
for 2. Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Keep maneuvering. Okay. I don't know whether he dropped anything or not, but he did.
Con maneuvering,
Up
making
flaps.
turns for 20 knots. Con